series. Um, this is not part of the games to beat list. However, I am going to take these. There's 3 games in this series. This is the second game. Unfortunately, there's an issue with Twitch Studio and the first test game. It just shows a black screen. I will go back to it if somebody can like help me out with that because I'm still learning how to do all this shit. But we'll start with the second game and the third game, and then this is probably gonna be a pretty short stream tonight, in contrast to my past two, just because it's like half past midnight, so just tune in to me exposing my deepest fears and desires, and also, man, why am I doing this? Whatever, let's do it. Before experiencing the Test Hypothesis Rising, it's highly recommended is you play its prequel, The Test, first before venturing into this experience. I have played The Test, just not on stream. You will gain a lot more from this experience if you played The Test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I'd like to urge you to go and play the test now before venturing forward, and follow instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in order they were meant to be taken in. It's just roasting me at this point because I couldn't get it to work. Would you like to close this game now so you can have the opportunity to play the test first? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. I've already played the test. Wonderful news. We can continue. Hello, and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. I hate this font, by the way. That's like the number one complaint for this game, is the font. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I mean content. I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. Well, I'm making content, so I guess I'm content in making content. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to... There's no helping it. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow, inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you're going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? Yeah. You wouldn't want something... You wouldn't... I can't read. You wouldn't want to do something as bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? Just remember, if you lie, the only person that you're lying to is yourself. Let me first do that. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. PogChamp. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. That's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. Ain't that the truth? I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now it's time to get... Great, I'm live sharing this. Now it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. As you read questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits you to your own psyche. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back, and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. We're going to start with some basic, easy questions. And here we go. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. I wonder how they did the timed responses in RPG Maker. I hope that whatever you do, do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Do you feel uncomfortable right now? Not really. Are you nervous? No. Do you feel cold? No. I'm actually like perfect. Do you feel sad? Absolutely. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting even though they didn't deserve it? Uh, yes, the first part. I guess, yeah, yes. Do you crave acceptance by others? Yes. Have you ever lost a loved one? Yes. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? Yes. Do you believe in demons? Uh, I guess so. Hmm. Do you believe in curses? I do not. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? Uh, Not in, I guess, yes, but not in the traditional sense. Are you afraid of dying alone? A little bit. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Well, is it haunting me? Because if it's, I mean, yeah, I would continue to live in my home. I mean, I don't see why I would move. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? Yes. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without knowing it? No. Would you like to make more friends? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? Um, I can be. I've been a pretty bad friend at times, but I would say that so long as I'm in like the right like mental space, and I certainly try to be. So yeah, I would. Do you feel lonely? Yes. I don't want. Do you make friends easily? Yes. Do you tend to avoid drama where possible? No. I try to avoid it, but I very frequently do not. Have you ever had a near death experience? Yes. Do you like horror movies? I do. This is all very interesting. Have you played the test? Yes. That's the spirit. Have you played the horoscope? Yes. What a gangster. Do you watch porn? Yeah, I'm a gamer. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? Yes. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? In certain aspects, yes. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? Um, Once again, it's not black and white. I would say that in certain aspects, yes, in other aspects, no. So I would say yes overall. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? I mean, if I'm already running late, why not? Would you kill any of your neighbors? Oh, all of your neighbors' pets just to save one of your own? Um, well, my neighbors, one has one dog and the other has two dogs. Um, to save one of mine, yeah, I would. My dogs matter more to me, at least. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? Yeah. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought no one was watching? Yes, I have. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? I have not done that. Why I wouldn't want them to get stuck. Have you ever tried to play a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? Yes. Are you streaming live right now? Yes. Twitch.tv/glowstickgamer. Are you recording this gameplay session right now? I'm not recording it. If I told you I was watching this play right now, would you believe me? Let's check the viewers. Well, there is somebody I don't recognize, so I guess no, though, because I don't know who that is. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does that bother you? No, I'm flattered. If you've left a comment for me, does it make you feel? Yeah, yeah, that is what I said last time. Would you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? I appreciate you too. Are you afraid of snakes? I'm not. I like snakes. Do you believe in magic? I do not. Have you cried in the last month? Yes. Do you have a hero? No. Do you typically learn from your mistakes? Um, hmm. Ironically, the like little ones. Okay, so the little ones, yes. The insanely big ones, yes. But the ones that are like middle of the road, I would say no. And I would say that, or I'll learn from like aspects, but I do repeat shit a lot. So I guess no. No would be. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? Not really. Do you consider yourself to be lazy? I do not. Do you sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated? All the fucking time. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? Very frequently. But I've been trying to do better about that. Would you and your family describe you as kind? Family, yes. Friends, probably not. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? Uh, I've never been in a relationship that wasn't being an accessory to cheating. So, I mean, I haven't cheated. I guess I mean, I was used for it. Have you ever been cheated on? No, because it wasn't really a thing. It's a long story. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? Yeah. Are you a hero to someone else? I don't know. If I am, I don't know. Do you love animals? Yeah. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder? No, I don't use Tinder. I have a Tinder account, but I didn't set it up. Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? Um, I mean, I've been to Europe. I've drank it like legally and stuff. Um, I mean, yeah, I am not intoxicated right now. Funny joke. Do you like the phrase "sneaky snake"? No. Are these questions a bit strange to you? Yeah, a little bit. Do you have a vivid imagination? Yes. I made a cult out of meatloaf once. Do you feel uncomfortable in large social settings? No. Would you consider yourself to be antisocial? No. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? No, not really. I'm pretty forgiving. Give me like 6 months and I'm probably going to be okay with you. Have you ever urinated in public? I have. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? Not really. I don't have a preference. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? No. I think I'm pretty selfless when it comes to most things. Do you think you've got a big ego? About certain things, yes. About other things, no. I try to judge myself as fairly as possible. But I mean, I guess. Would you consider yourself kinky? I mean, I guess. Have you ever? No. Well, then you can't be that kinky. Would you consider yourself to be religious? I'm not. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? I'm going to look up what temperamental means. No, that's my email. What does temperamental? Liable to unreasonable changes of mood. Um. mm, Depends. I would say that for the most part, no. But that like I bottle shit up a lot, so it's like I'll be fine for a very long period of time and like keep it cool, keep it cool, keep it cool, and then eventually I'll just be like, man, I hate like I'll just fucking detonate. You know what I mean? Like it's very unhealthy and it's something that I have been trying to work on recently. But I would say for the most part, no. But I do have moments. If you had to kill someone to save your own life, but knew they didn't deserve it, would you do it? Yeah, I think it depends on the person, but for the most part, yeah. If I didn't know them, then yes. Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? No, I would not do that. Have you been inside of a burning building? No. Have you ever been to a funeral? I have been. If you could attend your own funeral before you died, would you take the opportunity to do so? Yeah, I would actually, because I want to see who's crying. If you could see into the future, but you were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? Yes, because then I have a basement, right, to my life. Like if I can see the absolute worst thing, then I know that if I can handle the worst thing, then it's smooth sailing for the rest of my life. If you had the power to stop time, would you do it to do something that you shouldn't do? Dude, I'd be robbing so many motherfucking banks, it wouldn't be a joke. Like, would you have the power to remove one person from Earth and never to return again? Would you use it? Fuck yeah. I don't know who I would use it on because I have a couple people that I hate, but if I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? No. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response be to react in violence? If it's online, no. If it's in person, maybe. But I would say I don't think my very first response would be violence. Try to avoid it. If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologize to you? Stranger? No. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if that person's a stranger if they know me. I don't want them stealing money from me. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? I have before. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? I mean, yeah, whatever. It'd probably be really sick. I don't think you can really survive on squirrel brains. But if you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave and start a new life? I don't know what the fuck I would do. Um, I mean, I guess not. I'd try to figure out what's going on. If a homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you give him your clothes and walk home naked? Uh, no. If someone accidentally hit you in their car but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? Yes, they hit me with their fucking car. What? Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages within these questions? No. Maybe you should have been. Probably. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all this other than simply asking question after question? Um, I mean, not really. Miracles happen every day. Do you agree? Nah. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around and you don't mind getting rained on. You agree? Depends on how expensive my clothes are at the moment, whether or not I have a raincoat, and whether or not I have electronics on me. But I would say, yeah, I don't mind getting rained on for this. Red is a prettier color than pink. Do you agree? Yeah. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? Fuck yeah, dog. Eating in front of people can be awkward. Do you agree? Yes. I always seem to spill shit on myself because I am a mongoloid. Rings used as a ceremonial wedding gift are so outdated. Do you agree? Fuck no. I love the idea of like marrying somebody. You know what I mean? Like proposing with them with like a nice expensive ring just to flex. I might be a terrible person. Did you realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions, when combined, spells out the word murder? I did not. I've played this game like 5 times, yet I did not remember. Do you know why that is? No. Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? Not really. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have gotten yourself into? Absolutely not. Do you realize that it's too late to turn back now? I could close the game, but for content's sake, sure. Do you hear someone in your room? I do not. Do you see the shadows closing in? Nope. Do you feel like you're being watched? I have a single viewer. Yes. Do you look around the room a moment ago? No. I also can't read. Do you like Wong? Holy cow! Did I just have a seizure? Stroke? Am I okay? No. Do you like long walks on the beach? I do. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? I love giving gifts to people. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Absolutely. Do you love your family more than you love yourself? Yeah. Do you have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? Um, no. All of my friends have flaws, and I have a best friend. I've known him the longest, and he's more of like a brother to me. I treat him more like family. but I try to treat a lot of my good friends like family. Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? Um, I think that hmm, I think it's dangerous, and I think that a lot of people are uh, like downplaying its effects. But I also think there's other people that are going like way too crazy with it. But in terms of conspiracy, I mean, eh, there's a conspiracy with most things. I'll just hit yes. Do you believe that you're human? I do. What else would I be? If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again once you decide to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? I would not. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew that they were doing it to feed your family, would you stop them? If it's to feed their family, I would not. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both actually I would, because I'd just be like, yo, let me just give you money if you're gonna rob a fucking convenience store for food. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and they were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food they didn't know about, would you share with them? I mean, it depends on how big the stash of food is, but I guess so. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until no. Fuck, I don't want to be a bird. I ain't no furry. Or what do they call bird furries? So like avians or something, whatever. I ain't about that. If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to death with nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? If it's a baby grizzly bear, absolutely. If it is anything but, then that is basically like, would you die to a grizzly bear? Like, so, no, I wouldn't do that. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? No, I'd probably choose rice or meat. Yeah, I'd probably do like beef or chicken. That way, it's like I just do the carnivore diet for a year. If pizza screamed in agony every time you took a bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? No, I would not, because that would just be awkward in public. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals, would you do it to save them? If it's to do it to save them, I don't care. Yeah, I would. Was that question difficult to answer? Not at all. Do you feel mortal? Of course. Do you enjoy loud music? Carpenter Dog. Uh, do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? I do, and then it just sort of melts away. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder? I have had panic attacks before, but I think that was stress related rather than like an existing condition. Do you ever feel depressed? Yes. You are not alone. I appreciate you. You feel relaxed right now? Absolutely. Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you? Um, a guardian one? No, I guess not. Do you ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it? All the fucking time. I'm going to take special note of that one. Why? Do you always look both ways before crossing the road? Yeah. Do you wash your hands every day? Yeah. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? No. It depends on how dirty it is, but for the most part, no. Is winter your favorite season? No, fall is. Do you know anyone named Josh? I do. Josh is a very common name. Are you wondering whether the last question is relevant? I am. Are you allergic to any animals? No. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? No. Lola Bunny exists. Fuck. I don't enjoy her, but the memes of her late have sort of forced the thought into my mind. Have you ever been in love? I have. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? I've read that as autistic. Um, I mean, I can draw a pretty good map, but other than that, no. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day to day life? Not really. Do you feel like you've got too much time on your hands? Sometimes. Can you be easily intimidated by others? Um, Depends on how brolic they are, but I would say, like, if they're like equal, maybe like a little bit more powerful than me, then no. I don't. I don't know. Probably not. I would say no. Are you easily excitable? Sometimes. Do you enjoy solving complex problems? If it's mathematical, no. If it's like social or it's like an argument or something, then like I love that shit. And I love like discussions and debates and stuff. Um, so I would say yes for the most part. Do you have a difficult time relaxing? Um, if I've got some like caffeine in me, because I'm like a caffeine addict, um, I would say for the most part, yeah. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? Not at all. Do you trust easily? Unfortunately. Do you consider yourself to be an honest person? Um, Literally up until a couple weeks ago, yes. But I would say if I were to compare my entire life, like in total, I would say yes. Have you ever told a lie? I have. Have you ever lied to your best friend? I have. Have you ever lied to your family? Yes. Have you lied about any answers during the session? Not intentionally. Are you wondering why all of these questions have to do with lying? A little bit, yeah. This is all very useful information. Are you a people pleaser? Yes. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? For bits and pieces of time. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? Um, no. Do you frighten easily? At like jump scares or whatever, I'm like or whatever, and then like the fear immediately goes away. So I mean, I guess so. Oh, I forgot this part. Such a clever use of sound and shit. Well, that was odd. I wonder what that was about. That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop this simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to the more gritty questions. This next step of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion of our session will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of vital choice making. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deeper into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Let's get started. You're home alone, it's dark, it's stormy outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do you do? I would probably grab a weapon. You meet a homeless woman in the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches you. If you could ask to spare some change, what do you do? Tell the man you have no change. Just be honest with him, dude. Both your mother and father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do you do? I'm giving my treatment to my mom. That doesn't surprise me. You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside, there's 10 solid gold bars and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says the cure for cancer. What do you do? I'm definitely keeping the gold bars. I feel like the cure for cancer. I don't trust a lot of like medical corporations. I guess I'll do this one. Shut your fucking mouth, cutie. You're stuck alone inside your house and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around you is your family pets. What do you do? Nobody is coming to save me for weeks. I'm going to continue to starve, and then I'd probably kill and eat them. But I would not immediately eat them. That's for sure. I would do my absolute best to survive off nothing. Your neighbor's home is on fire. A blazing inferno among smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around in sight. So running into I know that like the moral thing or whatever is to run to the building and try to rescue anyone you can. That is, you should never ever do that in like a real life scenario. The best thing to do is call the fire department because smoke inhalation is insanely dangerous and it can just knock you out. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. You quickly realize it's coming from under your bed. What do you do? Fuck. Jump out of my bed and run. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when a watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out on Earth. What do you do? That is a free watch from a crazy person. You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden somebody grips and squeezes your shoulder directly from squeezes your shoulder firmly from behind. What do you do? So it's between 1, 2, and 4. I wouldn't react. I'd probably ask him for a massage, honestly. You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do you do? Jump out of the fucking bath. You get out of the bed and immediately fall down into a deep, dark hole. A man is standing above you, looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing the lotion. He's going to kill me because I know that's a Silence of the Lambs reference. You're sitting at home alone, and all of a sudden, your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home, and it couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do you do? Yeah, I'd probably search for a weapon. Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction to lets you know they have a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do? I would say, I mean, just fucking tell them the truth. Don't lie. Your dog starts randomly barking into the darkest corner of your living room. There doesn't appear anything there, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. What do you do? I'll try to calm him down. I'm taking note of that. See a massive spider in your room the size of your hand. What do you do? Grab something bigger to kill it. I'm not letting that thing live. What? Your closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? Try to convince them that they need help. If you found out that you only had 1 day left to live, what would you do? Tell everyone that I love them and to be happy, not sad. I'd also probably do like a ton of crimes. If one of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they've got a dire warning that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer, what would you do? I don't think I have any ice cream in my freezer, so I'll give them all of it. I don't think it would kill them. All of a sudden, you could start hearing other people's thoughts, and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money. What would you do? Get away from them. Excuse me. That sounds reasonable. Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What do you do? I would say they're on their own, but don't rat them out. I didn't see nothing. You're driving in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests that they're probably just wishful thinking. What do you do? Ha! That's funny. I'd probably turn myself in, honestly. Manslaughter is a lot less bad of a crime than straight murder. Interesting how that played out. I think it's time we moved on to the next portion of their test. The following questions that shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine if you got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. Let's get started, shall we? Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? I'd rather be loved. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I would never. Anger is fine. Jealousy is bad. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? I mean, my parents already. I would say my friends, but my parents already think highly of me. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea? Um, I would definitely live under the sea because having to live in zero gravity would suck. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? Um, hmm. I don't see how like scientifically my body would be much use. Then again, I have an allergy to nicotine. That's not a common allergy. Hmm. Imagine if I had to do like a lung transplant with a smoker. That'd suck for them. Uh, Fuck it, science. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something that you didn't do, or get away with something horrible but you always did and live in fear of getting caught? Um, I'd rather go to jail. I can't handle. I'm not like I do not enjoy having like a guilty conscience. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate but retire comfortably in 10 years from now, or would you rather die? Or what? Would you rather have your dream job but have to work until the day you die? I would rather have my dream job forever. Would you rather have every shirt you'll ever wear to be somewhat itchy, or only be able to use one ply toilet paper? So definitely the toilet paper because you can just bunch it up. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood, or tattoos appear in your body that depict what you did yesterday? The color changing skin would be fucking cool. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm, or orgasm every time you see a dog? Uh, Fuck. I guess I'd have to bust it out every time I saw a dog. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents and the only way to get them to switch back was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parent's body or have sex with your parent in your partner's body? What the? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just answer the question. Um, Great. Uh, Great. I guess I would rather have sex with my partner in my parents' body. I hate you. I hate you. I think that we've answered enough of these types of questions. I'm sure you'd agree. We're going to end the test with a short series of final questions giving simple answers. We'll get started now. Out of the following options, which numbers do you like the most? I like 3. Out of the following options, which color makes you feel the most relaxed? Green, because it's like a forest. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Spiders. Fuck spiders. Out of the following options, which flavor is your favorite? If it's ice cream, then mint. But if it's like literally anything else, chocolate. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? Family. I thought, which could you most live without? Uh, hmm, I'd probably starve to death without money. I really, fuck. I mean, I guess in terms of, I could probably live without pure free, like, I guess freedom. I would hate life, but I could live. I probably should have chosen money in that case then. Whatever. Out of the following options, which is the most accurate? I am brave, I am caring, I am smart, I am attractive. I give a shit about a lot of things. Out of the following, which are you most afraid of? Losing my loved ones, living forever, dying alone, dying immediately after this test is finished. I would say losing my loved ones. We're almost finished, but I've got one final question for you. Have you ever punched a nun? I have not. It's kind of bog though. You really ought to try it sometime. You can really take the edge off. All right, we're done here. I'm through with you. I'm going to calculate your test results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. I'm trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now, trying to keep as professional as possible. Aha, here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believe would be in your best interest to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted far more than anything else in life. Something that has such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing in this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone doing anything for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded, time can never be earned back, and more time can never be gained. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now, imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something that you really need and the cashier tells you, "I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that." As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything, ever again. We only have so much time, we have no idea just how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows you how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd best be spending your time in order to achieve what you need the most at this current stage in your life. Let's see here. If it talks about the value of friendship, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be real with you here. Your biggest waste of time is that you spend more time thinking about doing things instead of actually doing them. You're stuck in this infinite loop of paralysis by analysis. That's accurate as fuck. I like that though. Paralysis by analysis. Where instead of actually carrying out a task, you spend countless time thinking about doing it or analyzing whether or not it's actually worth doing. I do that a lot. That is accurate as fuck. But the only true way to ever know if something is really worth doing or not is actually suck it up and do it. Thinking about all the time you've wasted by overthinking and procrastinating. If you were to add all of that time up, just how much time do you think you've wasted? Now imagine if you would have shut your brain off, stopped thinking about doing things, and just done them. Think about how many great things you could have accomplished by now. Now that the tough love part is out of the way, listen to me carefully. You've got so much life left to live and so much potential to do so many things. It's time to stop thinking and start doing. You're going to unlock a whole new world of opportunity, and you're going to be on such an amazing path once you get moving. Don't waste any more time just because you can either be where you want to be in 3 months from now on. From now or what? Don't waste any more time because you can either be where you want to be in 3 months from now, or you can be looking back to 3 months ago and be exactly where you are now. Once you get the ball rolling, you're going to be a hell of a lot happier in life, and I think that you can already feel the truth in that statement. I do absolutely. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forwards. I hope that this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is accomplish. Remember this word, it'll come in handy. Huh. That is surprisingly relevant because that's why I started streaming. Take the secret word that I was assigning you at the end of your session and leave a comment for us. I did this before, but yeah, they're actually making like a video game based on all of these responses, and I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm following them on Steam, like their like developer page or whatever, and they're called Random Studios, like Randumb Studios, and like the entire point of like the test series is like mental health support and stuff, and it's a fantastic like mission that they're doing. I really like, they're one of my favorite developers just for this. Speaking of the third and final installment of the test series, that's what we'll be playing next. All right. That's really all we need to do. Okay. Now, alrighty. The test final revelation. Did I? Alright, new game. There we go. Before experience the test final revelation, it is highly recommended that you've played. I don't like that. Can I just F11 this? Whatever. I'll just deal with it. Like per blah blah blah. It's just the same thing as the last game. I have already played the test and the test 2. What was that sound? Okay. Please make sure you almost honestly that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly may drastically change the outcome. You cannot go back to answer any questions that you. Hold on. Replying to something. Sorry about that. Please make sure you answer each question with the utmost honesty and that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question properly may drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you've misanswered, so be sure to take your time. This is of utmost importance. When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through. Your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there, your embrace so long I've missed. My soul, my love, I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened and every single ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back from your heaven as you've rescued me from my hell. Shut up. Oh, I forgot to change the game. Oh, it's not on. Alright, I guess we'll keep it on like that. No matter what happens, I will always love you. Hey, that's the girl from the first test. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and each drop of my soul, I swear to you. We're going to find a way out of here. I don't care. The testing room. Destiny. Wasn't he banned on Twitch? I wasn't expecting you so soon. He's Yoda now. Dark Souls Yoda. I'm not going to do a Yoda voice for this entire thing. Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room, you see, closely I've been watching you, studying every breath and every move. And a few of my former colleagues you may have met. A slew of questions you've answered without regret. He's rhyming. I may be similar, but unlike them still, I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I will peel the emotion from your soul and make you eat your feelings whole. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you're here, to open up and cast out fear, to be as honest as you can, and take the angel's wing or the devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape your undertow. Time's on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery rot. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul it is burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So, with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Now, let the examination begin. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Yeah. You ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Yes. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Yes. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? Yes. That's kind of the same question. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Sometimes. Do you are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I try to be. Are you afraid of death? Yeah. Are you afraid of what might come after death? Not really, because at that point it doesn't matter. I'm one of those people where it's like, if there's nothing I can do about it, I don't worry about it. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? Not really. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? Sometimes. Do you ever feel like a burden? Frequently. Have you ever felt left out? Yeah. Who hasn't? The fuck? Have you ever felt like a failure? Yeah. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Yeah. Have you worked yourself sick? I have. Have you ever had racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? Frequently. Are you afraid to ask for help? Sometimes. Do you feel like people often criticize you? All the fucking time. Do you ever feel judged by your friends and family? Yes. Do you ever wonder what your purpose is in life? If I have one. So yeah, I guess so. If you could turn back time for any reason, 100%. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? I have quite a few, but yeah. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? No, I'm pretty good with that. Does looking at your window at night make you feel uneasy? Not really. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked even though you're certain that you've already locked them? Sometimes, just to make sure. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? Sometimes. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? Sometimes. Do you ever feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? Uh, Not really. I would say no for the most part. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? I try to be. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? Sometimes. Do you judge others by the way they look or dress? I mean, if they're like, that is a very broad question, but I guess so, because you can dress up like, you know, certain things. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? Yeah. Ow. Have you ever been a bully to somebody? Yeah, unfortunately. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? I do not. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? I do. I don't like busy, but I can handle busy. You know what I mean? Would you rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yeah, a lot. I need my alone time. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? They can, but it's gotten less so as I got older. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people when they do something that bothers you? Sometimes is the key word there. Yes, for the most part, no. Though I will usually call people out for like, "Hey, yo, that's not okay," or "That's something that's not." Yeah, I disagree with that. But I would say, no. For the most part, no. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? Yeah. Do you feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to be? Yeah, I do. Do you ever feel like you're failing those? Yeah. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? Not really. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? I am not. Have you ever carried an object around that made you feel more comfortable? I guess my phone or wallet. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Yeah, I like my dogs. They're cute. They cuddle. Do you sometimes believe that your loved ones are lying to you when they say they care? Uh, no, I think they care. Do you feel like you push what your? Yeah, I do. Unfortunately. Hmm. Mm. I'm going to have to stop you here. The truth that pours forth is incredibly. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test, a series of pictures to give your brain a rest. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out, which will show me which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art and let me let out this massive fart. For starters, what emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Chaos. What do you feel? What word do you feel describes this picture best? Trapped. What do you think this picture is called? Mind of Misery. Moving on. Kind of makes you sad. Abyss. Corruption wave. Oh wow. Next we have this one. Numbness. What word do you feel? Galactic. I'm getting like infinity, you know what I mean? Reflection of the universe. Take a look at this one. It's like gateway. Relaxation. Oh, gateway, I literally said it. What do you think this picture is called? Dimension door. Why? How about this one? Looks like Ouroboros almost. I don't know, it kind of makes me mad. Abyssal. This picture's called. One of these three. It kind of looks like an eye. I'm gonna call Nest the Darkness though. And this here. I dislike this. Mad. Prismatic. Eye of Chaos. Now this one. Ooh. Kind of looks like boob. Numbness. I don't really feel much. Bosoms! If we meet again, what? I'm gonna call it Forming Earth. Booba. How about this? What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? I don't know. There's chaos. I don't really know how to feel. Brimstone. I guess not a gate. I'm gonna call it Arcing Blaze. That looks like, you know. How about this one here? Ooh. Ooh. Depression. Monitoring. It looks like a Matrix Watcher. Matrix Watcher. Almost said Penis Chronicles. If anybody knows what that is, then epic. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I like that. It's cool. It's like a kind of looks like an angel almost. I guess Destiny. Birthplace of Dreams. Going down, Lamau. Monolith heart. I call this fucking... Do I know what a JPEG is? Numbness. Just disappointment. Data is a JPEG. I broke you, bruh. Picasso face. Where's the face? Planar zone. Pew, pew, pew. Ugh. Chaos. Viscous. The sludge. It's like Lovecraftian sludge. Ooh. It's like this one looks like Evangelion Angel. Laser. Red Angel Pog. Just a few more. What emotion? This is like numbness. It is pretty. I don't like this fucking line. I guess cosmic. Marble of Time. That looks like... That's about right. Ooh. I don't know. Chaos. Wait, cube. Gaseous. Nebula. Vapor swarms, light breakings. None. I guess. Light breaking. Last one. Ooh. Relaxation. Void. Empty world. That wraps it up. Your answers have been documented well. Deep within your subconscious they dwell. But I'm not finished with you just yet. All of these truths have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We'll have a great deal of fun before we part. Now, let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions I will test your conscience more. And yet again, your honesty I do implore. Yet let us begin. 1 year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's somebody who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. They plan to keep all the money for themselves as they feel it was their ticket. How does it make you feel? Good for them. What would you do? What would you wish to do in this situation? Let them be happy. I'm not gonna fucking, If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you a ticket in the first place? Probably not. Maybe a little bit, but maybe it's my least favorite family member. Now, if you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase, inside the case rests $1 million. Along the money, there lies a blood-stained note with only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does it make you feel? Probably anxious. So like, whoa. What would you do with the money? What would you do? What do you wish to do in this situation? Shit. I'd probably grab the suitcase. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decision at all? It would not, because I would do the same thing. Interesting. Because $1 million, dog. Like, the devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep, and tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what these bargains are yet. How does it make you feel? I'd be scared if something fucking appeared in my room. Fuck. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly be the devil, he surely is. To prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical powers by dragging you to hell for a split second before transporting you back in your bedroom. In that second, you feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes to tell you if he offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? I would not sell my soul to the devil. The devil offered you a deal of some other kind. Would you accept in exchange for your eternal damnation? Absolutely not. Shit, I'd probably, convert. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe. Oh, excuse me. Turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. You watch as everyone everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does it make you feel? Sad. I mean, shit. If you knew a zombie apocalypse was coming the next 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Fuck yeah, I would. If I can, shit. You've been working at a company for 10 years, you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago have been promoted in the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and maybe one day you'll get the position that you had to promote another employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Angry, because I was promised that fucking employment. Or promotion, I mean. You've also learned a few secrets with the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you do in this situation? I would not threaten, I would just do it. I would probably quit my job and look for new employment. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor for someone more deserving, would you accept the position? Yes, because I don't care about them at all. That's like why would I give up a career path? You're home alone at night, cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through the window in the darkness. They have their face and hands pressed against the window and make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the house. And how does it make you feel? Probably protective. What would you do in this situation? Lock all the doors and call the police, obviously. If you saw a face in a window, so it's a supernatural entity and not of a human being, what would your interest in it all? Yeah, because I wouldn't call the fucking cops. What? I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor returns a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there's currently no cure for. The illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you'll be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You'll need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again. You will be just kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. Would you want to be kept alive in that state? Nah, pull the plug. Kill me. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Probably spend with my friends and family. There are diseases out there that can put you in sort of unfortunate situation. Does this motivate you to do things that you've never done before and pursue more life? Are you relatively unaffected by the knowledge that you could potentially have in you at some point in time? It doesn't really change anything for me because I'm already trying my best to do good things for myself. Would you have had a pet dog whom you've raised since birth? 3 years have passed, and it's the best dog that you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day he runs away in the middle of the night and chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. Search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes, and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend, till one morning you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. Excuse me. You rush outside to find your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out in his front lawn joyously playing with your dog. He has named the beast Johnny, and both seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog, and he excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when he was just a boy, about your age, but he's come back. Johnny's come back, and we're together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. The dementia has caused him to believe that your dog, Johnny, is his old dog from childhood coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. Oh, hold up. Let me grab a sip of this Kill Cliff just to get a little bit of caffeine in my ass. Delightful. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy, and well looked after. You know, telling the old man that it isn't really his dog, it's your dog, would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you, or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily to play and go for walks? So I would take the dog home from me because if he has dementia, he'll forget about it. Does this take? Yeah, of course. That's a heartbreaking tale. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life, and finally one thing that makes you feel less alone, and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? I can put myself in this situation. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer. You fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Now let's also say that you're given an opportunity in the afterlife as a return to spirit. As you return, what? Now let's also say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you're bound to two potential options and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways to making their lives better. You're bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living, or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one would you rather choose? I'd rather stay with my friends and family. Do you think that you have what it takes to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? No, I don't think I could do that. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? Not really, no. If this situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather choose for them? I'd rather them stay with friends and family. Next question. One night, you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room, in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television that says press play, so you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all your friends and family that are still alive and well, that they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain that every single day for the last 20 years, you've repeated the same day over and over again. And due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours are entirely wiped. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either watching the video every single day so you know what's going on and you continue to progress in life, even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you have been, repeating the same day over and over again, living ignorant bliss. What would you choose to do? I would watch the video every single day. And then I'd keep a journal as well, just so I know, like, okay, this is what I've done. So continue my projects. That my memory will essentially be like a flash drive or I'd actually probably handwrite it, knowing me. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years, even though they thought it was? I would be kind of upset. I'd be like, why the hell didn't you tell me? If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them? I would make them a video. I will take note of your answer. Through frantic digging in the antic. Anyways, reading old files and newspaper articles, you've come to find that your parents are famed psychologists. You also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather from your new discoveries, the story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents once the trance had worn off that they repressed the memory of their parents' death, blocking it completely from their mind. Two psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functional adult while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Would you resent your would-be parents? No. Would you be grateful if they gave you a second chance at life? Yeah. Would you feel betrayed that they kept the secret from you? Yes, but I do understand why, because would you confirm about the articles you found? Yeah, I would. If you were in their position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? Shit, I hate kids. No. Interesting. I have one final scenario before you move on. The end of the world is come and gone. All that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their past in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive the harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend out 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight. In order to save very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town of hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders. It takes you about half a day. What? It only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? That bunker is mine. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers in the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile soldiers to exile you, would you do it? No, because I don't really trust them. They didn't stand up for me back then. They're not going to stand up for me now. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? Probably. I mean, I would try to do sharing and compassion, but then I'd probably get usurped and killed. If you're the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, but they refused to share it with you in the colony, would you raid them and steal it for yourself, or would you let them get what they found? Yeah, their bunker's mine. If I find that bunker's mine. I don't care. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. A choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather, and you will answer them clearly, crisp and concise. Will you be selfish or your conscience a vice? In just mere moments from now, we shall both see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Ho ho ho. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most or be abandoned by the person you love most? Well, this one has happened. So, would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted but didn't necessarily care about you, or friends who couldn't give you anything but they feel a deep personal bond with you? I would rather have a stronger bond. Would you rather find 10K and keep it for yourself, or find 20K but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? Oh, I mean, I'd probably give 5K to friends and family. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? Shit. Well, this one would destroy my relationship. But then again, the relationship's probably not very good. I'd probably just break up with her. Would you rather get rich through illegal means or be poor but live an honest life? Probably rich through legal means, fuck it. Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet, or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? I'm sorry, Toby, but I'm not killing Grandpa. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job or have to fire your friends from a high-paying job? Damn. I guess get fired. Just go freelance. Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? Step-sibling, I guess. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? Yeah, I'm saving my friend. I don't give a shit about 10,000 or 1,000. Even 10,000. I wouldn't really give a fuck. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life or rescue a starving child from a third world country? Free food. Would you rather be rich but without family, or poor but with family? What? Yeah. I'd rather be poor with family. Would you rather have to steal money for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of food from the wealthy but have to destroy the money immediately afterwards? I'd rather have to steal food. What? Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? So die. I mean, Canada's a third world country, right? You know what I could do? I could have a house in like a third world country, right? And then I could just visit other countries. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit or 10 miles per hour below the speed limit? Um, 10 miles below because above is probably going to be dangerous. And if you drive by a cop, that's just ticket after ticket after ticket. Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life or have to have sex every day in order to stay alive? So have a sex slave / become a rapist or just be a Volcel. I guess Volcel. I don't want to. Whatever. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery or be addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? Full recovery? That sounds like a fun time. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved, youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? Uh, you know what? You know what? 200 years. Fuck it. Would you rather sacrifice all of your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? Um. Well, I would rather. I think I love a lot of my friends, and I love my mom and my dad. Uh, shit. It's two people versus a lot of people. I mean, my mom is one of my friends, though. So I guess. Sorry, mom. I love you. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do or hard work for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? Oh, get acknowledged for work I didn't do, obviously. I'd rather get praise and do nothing. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? Definitely get punched by a nun. That would be kind of hot. Would you rather lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories that you gained this year? I'd rather. It's only it's March 11, and my year has been primarily dog shit. So lose all memories. That actually probably losing my memories and having like an excuse for a lot of the shit that happened. That'd probably be a way better outcome. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win $20 or immediately win 10? I'd try to win 20 on a coin flip. Would you rather know how you die or know when you'll die? When? Would you rather be blind but able to see crystal clear underwater or be deaf always? Blind except for underwater, then I would just wear goggles with water in my eyes. Or get like. There are ways around it, I'm sure. Would you rather give up all internet and social media to be able to travel the world for free or have the best internet in the world for free but never leave your house? Fuck, never leave my house. I would travel for free. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals or walk barefoot through a pitch black snake infested corridor? Um. Okay, so this doesn't say whether they're poisonous or not, so hot coals. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death or the executioner in charge of killing them? I'd rather be the judge. Would you rather have a witch cast on a Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? I'd rather have bad luck because the other one's probably like, you know. Would you rather be married to someone who's incredibly beautiful and doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive? I'd rather be married to someone who's not attracted to me, because then that's just hot. Would you rather work a high-paying job that you despise or a low-paying job that you love doing? Um, so I guess a low-paying job I love doing. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? 1 mile naked. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab $100 out of a public toilet? Just $100 out of a public toilet. Just put a glove on, whatever. Would you rather have $100, or sorry, would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or 100 of your favorite movies and never read a book again? I'd probably give up on movies. I don't watch that many movies and I read books. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything or 2 hours early to everything? 2 hours early. Imagine being 20 minutes late to like your wife giving birth to your son or something. Would you rather find a dead body or be a witness to a deadly assault? I'd rather find a dead body. Would you rather be able to, because either way you're going to see a dead body. The difference is you get to see how the dead body became a thing. Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future holds for you? I'd rather change my past because I think I can make a better future. One great friend. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose 1 day off your life every time you kissed someone? 1 day off my life. Would you rather win the lottery and I would just have to have much longer, much more sensual kisses? Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? I guess I'd rather see my worst enemy, because then I would get to see how terrible they manage money, and then watch them destroy their own lives from nothing. Because fuck them. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? True love. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind button? Rewind, dude. I would hold that motherfucker for like 7 years. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? Fuck. Drowning. Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for nothing but never have friends again? Well, I mean, this would devalue friendship, but this would literally have no friendship. And $100, that's only, I mean, that's 3,000 a, fuck. Never have friends again. I mean, I guess I'd rather have a new friend every day. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family? I'd rather give my life. Would you rather always being hated by the closest to you for something you didn't do or hurt? Fuck. Well, I'm kind of living in this situation, but I guess I'd rather do that because I don't like the other one. Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone you know has many incurable STDs? I'd rather sleep with my worst enemy because at least she saw it. Would you rather only eat food you don't like or give up on all liquids except water? I'd rather give up on all liquids. Would you rather listen to music at max volume or listen to music just above the lowest volume? Low volume, I just have to listen to podcasts. Would you rather meet your hero and find out they don't like you or never meet your hero at all? I'd rather never meet my hero. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life or never have friends for the rest of your life? I'd rather never have pets. Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life or live pain free but everyone you know and love? I'd rather live in excruciating pain. Just kill me. Thank you for answering my questions, but we're not done yet. Gee whiz. For we have made it through many categories except one. The final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. I want to see your heart beat quicken. I want to learn all that you know. He's not around me anymore. I want to see what makes you think. I want to see what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest fears. I want to see your dick. I want you to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn. I cannot read. I want to learn of all your love and bathe in all your hate. So one last time we sit together as we wait the final revelation. These are the last questions I have, the last examination. Take your time, do think hard, savor every moment dearly. For when I am finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Do you ever lie to those who are close to you? I have. Have you ever hurt someone whom you know didn't deserve it? Yeah. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Yeah. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? When I was a little kid, I ripped a grasshopper apart, so I guess so, yeah. Have you ever blamed someone for something you know they didn't do? Uh, don't think so. No. Have you ever abandoned a pet? Fuck no. Have you ever abandoned a loved one to see in their time of need? I've never. Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? Uh, I think so. If I did, it was probably something small. I was super young. I feel like I have though, so I'm just gonna say yes. Have you ever broken something despite someone? No, I've not. Have you ever played the victim in a situation you know, even though you hadn't been wronged? No, I've never played the victim where I haven't been a victim in some aspect. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you're in a relationship? No, I've never been in a relationship, unfortunately. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who had wronged you? Yeah. Have you ever wished the death of a loved one? No. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper could instantly cause your death, I would write quite a few people's names. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? Yeah. Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? Uh, no. I usually give in. Do you ever regret worrying about things? Yeah. Do you ever feel that your negativity brings other people down? Sometimes. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Yeah. You ever feel like you've let other influence your decision making? Yeah. Holy fuck, yeah. Do you ever wish that you lived a more honest life? Well, I don't lie much, but the one lie that I have told recently was very regrettable. I should have. So yeah, say yes. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? Uh, me. Has it caused anyone else to suffer though? I mean, I guess the anguish. They made decisions after the fact that made them suffer, but it was caused by my dishonesty. So I guess so. Yeah. Have you ever had someone leave your life because before you had the chance to tell them something important? Yeah. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy? Yeah, they fucking know it too. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants for the ones who need you most? It's usually the other way around. Do you feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? No, I'm either passionate or I'm checked out. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? Uh, no. Do you let your fears stop you from pursuing things you truly want? Not usually. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid? Yeah, I have. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you're afraid of being rejected? Yes. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? Sometimes. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? Yeah. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? Friends, no. Family, yes. Fuck. I guess. Yeah. Have you ever loved a pet more? Yeah. I consider some of my pets family, though. Do you ever make excuses to get out of going to bed instead of just telling the person who invited you that you just don't want to go? Yeah. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with friends and family? Yeah. Have you ever defended someone you shouldn't have? Yeah. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? Yeah. Do you ever place the blame from your personal failure on someone or something else? Sometimes, yeah. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence? Yeah. Have you ever had sex with someone? No, unfortunately. Probably should have, but whatever. Have you ever had any kind of relationship with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? I I shouldn't have, but I didn't. Eh, I guess so. Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you're afraid? No. Have you ever felt like you could take better care of your own health? You could exercise more. Have you ever let someone take the blame of something that you did? No, I usually get the blame for things that people did. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because somebody else wanted it? I have. It was a bouncy ball when I was like 6. Do you feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? Sometimes. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? There was context, but I didn't. I guess so. Yeah. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects in life, what you don't have, rather than being grateful for what you do have? Yeah. Have you ever witnessed someone being wrong but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? I have, unfortunately. And finally, do you feel like you're a good person? I think I'm a good person who has done bad things, like all people have. That concludes the ending of your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I'll analyze your thoughts very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I have expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. I was prepared to tell you your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst of news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. You. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must in turn be honest with you. As much as I wish to lie, I am forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct from deep within, from everything that you share with me. In return, I shall share this with you. This is what I see. Okay, where do I even start with you? Your priorities are all out of whack. You need to fix this and quick. The problem is you're spending way too much time on people who don't deserve it and way too little of your time on the people who do. I want you to think long and hard about this, who you spend the majority of your day on. Think about everyone else in your life. Now I want to think about losing each and every one of these people and think long and hard about how losing each one of them would make you feel. Some of them are going to hurt a lot more than others because some of these people mean a lot more to you than others. But you're not allocating your time based on how much certain people mean to you, now are you? You just realize the amount of time and energy you put into some people and how little you put into others would make you feel an incredible amount of guilt. You start losing people that mean them. Jesus Christ, dog. My advice to you is to start spending more time with people you truly care about. More importantly, spend your time with people My advice to you is to start spending more time with people you truly care about. Most importantly, spend your time with people who truly care most about you. If you can master this little trait and take extra time to set in motion, you're going to see an entirely new world open up before your eyes. I think you'll be very surprised about just how much of a positive impact this can have in your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is deserve. Remember this word, it'll come in handy. Well, so accomplish and deserve. Those are my two words. Many people answer this series truly about, but it's simple. The answers are always much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you. The reflection of your darkened screen, the one who seeks the answers. The person who seeks answers. More than about being the answers. The test is so much more about the questions. It's more about them. What? It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Just as human as everyone else. The test is about unity. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Look at all the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all these thousands of people who just like you. You feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. That's because every single one of us is human. The world judges one another based on so many variables, but they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. We judge each other, and are judged ourselves, by our peers who do the same exact shit that judge us for us in the end. God damn, that's accurate as fuck, dog. That's accurate as fuck. Thank you, video game, for giving me understanding. You feel flawed because you are flawed. You feel afraid because you have the right to be. You feel overwhelmed because the world's overwhelming. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. We are losing loved ones before their time, and any one of us can fall into the hardest of times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. You are never alone. Thanks, Jesus. We are all flawed because we are all human. We're all scared. because we're all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we're all human. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all of these secret words that have been gathered with that match of yours. Look at all of the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. Perhaps others know not of yours either. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them, just as you'd wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and reach out those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together, and so many. This is actually why I support this developer and shit, because like this is just good life advice. You know what I mean? Like, help your friends, be a good person. But it's okay to cry. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to show emotion. It's okay, even if you've done bad things, depending on how severe those things are. As long as you learn from that stuff, then it's really important. And shit, I mean, I've done bad things. I don't know a single person who hasn't done bad things. But it's important that you reflect, you know? It's really important that you learn from things they've done. And sometimes it's going to take a few of the exact same mistake to learn about it. You know, I know of plenty of things that have hurt others that I've done. I know of things that others have done, and there are some people that I've condemned permanently. I've just cut out of my life entirely because of how much I disagreed with them. But I think that in the long run, I think that everybody, you know, so long as if you've done something immoral, then and you show like the willingness and the desire to change, and if you own your shit, you know, I say give people a second chance, or a third chance, or a fourth chance, because everybody's human. Some things will never change about certain people, and you've got to make a decision within yourself to say, hey, I will continue to talk with this person. I will continue to hang out with this person. I will continue to be this person's friend. And I think that even if they've been deaf or blind to what you've been going through, it doesn't make much sense to condemn them if you've done similar things. But that is enough of my 2 a.m. fucking monologue in the middle of a game. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read much about positivity they've spread. We've read about how many people their lives have changed forever. And I'll tell you one thing. Even if one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting. Every single one of you who have left a comment is a hero. By leaving these comments, you help spread the message out to others. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I want to stream this, is to try to advertise, even though these people don't pay me, even though these people have never even heard of me. You help spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people you have to thank for it. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue to do nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others because they don't understand that someone else is suffering just as much as they are. They're too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We've all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. And I've live streamed them. We were brave enough to take a chance to leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, this is the developer, Random Studios. Follow their shit. We'd like to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits at the end of this game so that the world knows of your good deeds and spreading in the word and participating, but we've also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on your titles and continues to do so in future titles will be put in the credits for a new massive project they've been working on, but that's not the good part. We'll also be going through and selecting names from those who leave comments in all of our titles and putting their names right into the actual game and storyline, whether it be a special item or a piece of lore or a character named after them, and much, much more. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. You'll plug your secret words into different parts of your journey when they are requested of you, and they'll alter the game in a way uniquely set for your specific words. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision makes changes about something in your session. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion and the decisions we make and how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out for the future of our main project, Chasing Demons, where every NPC from all of our titles will be represented with a storyline, and the world will get to see how they all tie in together. You help shape it, you help make it what it is, and we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of these comments left in our titles all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across all of our titles, we will periodically be selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and everything you continue to do for the world. Take the secret word that was assigned from you at the end of your session and leave it with a comment at us. We'll be selecting some of you to be included in future projects that we are currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. Word from the developers. If any of these games... Yeah, this is pretty much the same shit that they were just talking about. But yeah. That was a pretty good... This game is a very... I mean, even if some people view it as like, oh, it's just like a video game or whatever. I mean, it's very clear that these developers have heart, you know? This isn't like fake bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, they're legitimately trying to do something good. But I'm not going to read all of this. If you want to read it, then I encourage you to go and support these developers. I will definitely... I will be buying and playing Chasing Demons. Oh. I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from a blackened rose. She loves me. Oof. Don't do this. She loves me not. It's like that game from Mario 64 DS. She loves me. Please. I beg of you. She loves me not. Gah. She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. So let her choice take its toll. And in her cell, may she rot. Oh. Oh. So, yeah, these are all their games. Naked News is based as fuck. I think I'm actually in the credits of this game, but I'm not going to do that because that's annoying. Okay. But yeah, that was the test series. Thank you to nobody who watched. But or one person. Whoever was watching. And whoever watches after the fact. I thank you all for coming out. It is 2 a.m, so I think I'm going to call it for the night. But tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, technically, where I will be playing Among Us with. I think if it works out, we'll be doing Among Us with the the custom roles mod, and alternatively, we'll just be playing like normal Among Us, but it should be with like the same group of people as last time. Yeah, I hope that everybody has a good night and go support these developers at Random Studios. I believe that what they've done here is something very good, and I will absolutely support them. Have a good night, everyone.